Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your April 2025 message. My reads are always timeless, though, so if you stumble upon this years later, but you feel that inner knowing in your chest, just know it's still for you, too. But what's up, Sagittarius? Let's get into it, Sagittarius. So here's your Oracle card. It kind of looks like right now you're in this place of space out, of like daydreaming, of like trying to get that glimmer of hope, trying to like ask for that vision, that like hope of inspiration. It's like you're ready to be like a little bit more settled, like a little bit more okay, I could calm my energy. Like you're willing to kind of like calm your energy and your day-to-day activities so that you can start to hear that inspired guidance from spirit. Like you are just really at this place of asking for that inspiration. And what I want to let you know is that there is those inspiration and those inspired ideas when you're doing things, like your business or like asking for the vision of what will my relationship look like. But sometimes in the day to day, what you can do in the day to day to help this happen is do things that are literally just for the sake of joy. So I had one client who she kept doing inspired action of do shuffle dancing, do shuffle dancing. She did it one time and she was laughing with complete glee, just that childhood laughter of pure rapturous fun after doing it once. That helps you get into those higher vibes where you can hear spirit easier, which they're just in the vibration of happy, happy, joy, joy. So you're kind of forgetting that grounded element of the earth action you could take to hear spirit better. And so that client, it took her a couple more months before she did it again, and she had that same laughter and glee, but it was like she had a cap on how good she could allow herself to feel. So you gotta like burst through that cap and go, I'm ready to feel good. I'm ready to feel rapturous joy. I'm ready to feel good. I'm ready to enjoy my day to day life. I'm ready to enjoy my hobbies. I'm ready to enjoy my friends. It's like reawakening that spirituality is also very much a grounded human level experience. And the more happiness and joy you allow yourself to feel every day, the easier it is to hear spirit. All right, let me pull your tarot cards now. And as I'm pulling them, I'll let you guys know that don't forget, I go live right here on YouTube Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time with free mini reads. So come hang out. And if you want to meet your spirit guides, I'll put a link into the corner up here with a free meditation that will take you on a journey to the Temple of the Masters so you can meet your own spirit guides and develop your spiritual side. And I'm also going to include a free mini manifesting course in that email. Um, and last announcement is if you're watching this before April 24th, I just launched a new program called Quantum Leap. So if you're ready for that quantum leap in life, ready to achieve something new that you've never experienced before in your life, you're just ready to get happy, yeah, like that high vibe feeling where you're in the flow, you're like eager and enthused, you're jumping out of the bed with like eagerness and maybe not jumping out of the bed. We're not 20 anymore, but you have that eagerness and that enthusiasm to get out of bed and enjoy the day ahead. Come hang out, kellylunt.com/quantum leap. And I'll link to that in the comments down below too. It's just an 8-week mini boost of a quantum leap for you to be enjoying life. All right, Sagittarius. So, wow, this is going to be quite the month for you, Sagittarius. There's lots of movement here. There's lots of movement here. So, the theme of your month. The theme of your month is kind of like, how do I move forward in a good feeling way when this really bad thing happened? And at the same time, that's this card. At the same time, you also are having that like emperor energy, that commander energy, that the gotta move forward. But that's kind of what the oracle card was about, guys. It's that the combo of these energies right now is you're kind of like shelling your energy off a little bit, like hardening, um, dampening the feeling of your emotions. Like, oh, let's just say, one of my clients recently went through family passing, and it was, oh, well, my aunt is no longer here, who like I can't enjoy. And she just shut down. And there was a part of like I can't enjoy because I don't have that fun person to go to, the workshops with anymore. I don't have that person to go to the gym anymore. How can I enjoy? And you shut off. The problem is if you shut off, you're not staying open to life and you're not staying open to the new relationship that you're building, the new person who could go to the workshop with you. Yes, there is that transition period and those processing of emotions, but like, are you willing to feel the sadness and the disappointment for the previous chapter that's over? And at the same time, feel the vibrations of oh, it is kind of nice to have this new person that I met at the gym. Oh, it was really nice getting the hello from them. You know what? Coffee with them was actually pretty good. We do kind of see the world in a similar enough way. Um, it's allowing both because otherwise, right now, it looks like you're going through this like hardening. Um, wow, and just okay on your day to day. This is the nostalgic card. This is the like looking back. It's just this big, oh, who am I to enjoy when this really bad thing happened? And you are in the current moment finding a lot of like joy and pleasure in thinking and looking back at the past. You're like, those were really good times. Those are fantastic times. But it's like the only joy you're allowing yourself to feel right now is from those good times in the past. And like you're not allowing yourself to enjoy now or even allow yourself to like enjoy something that you want to work towards with like eagerness and enthusiasm. Because it looks like in your recent fast, dude, whatever bad thing that happened, Sagittarius, it like definitely rocked you and it got you in this like wonder phase. It just got you in this whole like, whoa, who am I? What do I like doing? Who am I without that job, without that person, without that relationship? And it's just kind of, it's like, it rocked your self doubt, your sense of self, when like it should have never have done that. So whatever it is you're going through, just know you're like losing a sense of your identity when that was like not what it was supposed. That's not what it's supposed to be or happen. It's real, honestly, like there's like you lost something, whether it was a job, a relationship, you were forced to move, you were forced to sell a house, like you lost something, and instead of choosing to like go through the grief process, which is just I accept that happened, I accept that I'm no longer working there, I accept that I no longer have that car. And I would like to like move forward and still have a car that I like to drive. Instead of like kind of, processing the sad emotions and amping up, okay, universe, show me the new thing to feel good about in life. Show me the new to go towards and move towards. You're just like, it's like, that's as good as it gets. I need to make that YouTube video about youthful optimism. You guys would really like that video. If I could quickly say anything, because I want to make sure to get your whole read, not go on a complete different topic on you guys. Like what happens though when you're in like your youth to like your later 20s, you get most of your enjoyment from doing, from action. And there is that what I have to do to be happy my whole life? I'll go do it. That's all youthful optimism is like, that's the action to take. I'll take it. Let's do it. You get like, I did the thing. I got the A in school. I got into college. I got my first job. I did the thing. Like now I'm happy. The thing is like you hit a period where you're realizing like, oh, wait, I did the thing to get this result and I didn't get the result I wanted. And you're like, whoa, like what was all that I did in my 20s for? But if you think about it, all that action you're taking in your 20s was because you thought that you would be happy at the end goal. You thought that you'd be happy in the enjoyment of it. So instead of people going through that, I'm grieving all that energy I spent and that chapter being over and I was just going towards happiness. So let's be happy now. Let's make sure that what I'm doing also brings me happiness now. It went well, I wasted all that energy. The good old days are bad. And then most people kind of like 35 tends to be a good marker of time when this happens. But there's a range. I've seen people as young as 27 go through it. I've seen people wait until they're as old as like 39 to go through it too. It's just you go from action to being. And so what can kind of happen when this card combo is coming up, because you're having this like, I lost my sense of identity. Who am I without that person, without that job, without that car? It could be, well, like, let's adopt bunnies and let's be, what was that called? Where you like house little tiny kittens or little tiny puppies or little tiny baby rabbits until they're big enough to get adopted. Like, I'm just being. Isn't there just time to be? So it's kind of like you just swung the pendulum too far from all action to all being, when like the movement is, and this tends to happen when you're asking for inspiration. It's recognizing that's the balance of the two. It's that present doing. You know what? I am lining up with, this is the choice I'm making for how I'm choosing to make money. So I'm going to be present while I'm doing it. If you're like a waitress in your 20s, it would have looked like, let me see as many tables as I can. Let me see how quick I can get these orders out. Let me see how big of a tip I can get. It's all from action and doing. But when you switch over, it's kind of like a, you know what, waitressing is how I derive my income. So how can I enjoy this shift as best as I can? How can I make sure that my customers enjoy their dining experience as best as they can? How can I have the most harmonious relationship with my coworkers? There's just a little bit of a difference of like your guiding thought. And if you could just kind of switch to that Sagittarius, like the, okay, I'm ready to be grieving whatever it is I lost and find new sources of happiness. I'm finding new sources of happiness. I'm discovering new happy ways to be. That's what's going to propel you forward and like make sure you don't just kind of like close off too much. It looks like in the current moment, you got the Shore card. So this is where it just feels really rocky, like the rug was pulled out from underneath you. It's just like you just haven't found that balance yet from how to allow yourself to feel sad and to be moving towards happiness. It's like allowing both in so that you can begin to like move forward and like create the second third of your life, you know? Or maybe it's just your second, I don't know how old you are who's watching this video, but like your second job can be good too. Your third job can be good too. Your fourth job that you take can be good too. They can all be good, because who you are today needs something different than who you were 2 years ago. So it's just, can you allow yourself to tap into a new way of enjoying life? It does look like, okay, so we got some good news for you, Sagittarius. It looks like in your not recent, what the heck? Your upcoming near future, you got the Peacemaker card. So it does kind of look like there's going to be, let me see, it wants me to pull another card. Sagittarius. Oh, should I put this? I hope the sound comes out good enough for you guys. Let me fix this really quick. It does look like you are going to hit that moment of peace, which means you're like making peace with the past. And this is also the card of wasted energy. So Esther Hicks translates law of attraction as making peace with where you're at right now. Contentment. If you look at that emotional guidance list, 1 through 22, you can Google that emotional guidance list. 7 and up is alignment, and that's when you're manifesting like crazy. 8 and below is when your pipe to be manifesting is just like it closes off the lower you go on it. If you can make peace with where you're at, aka how I translate it is accept where you're at. I accept that I'm not making as much money as I'd like to be making. Of course I want more money. And of course I feel sad and disappointed and frustrated that I don't quite see how to make more money. And it sucks that I feel like hopeless about making more money. And somehow it needs to happen. What happens is when you're 7 or up, you're like in full alignment. The universe can send you manifestation after manifestation. You got this whole big old pipeline that the universe can send you stuff through. When you get to 8 or below, it just kind of starts to, when you get down to number 22, fear, despair, it goes low. But what happens is the workaround, and that's exactly what this combo is telling you. And I break all of this down in my law of attraction course, guys. It's on my website. Is when you're in fear and despair, you're closed off. So when the universe tries to send you something, you're like, that would never work. I don't have the energy for that. Yeah, maybe if I did that in my 20s, I could have done it. But if you just go, I feel really, really scared about taking this next step. And of course, I feel scared. You just accept that that's the emotion you're at. Of course, I feel scared. I want to make sure I eat. I want to make sure I have a roof over my head. I want to make sure still I'll have friends, family, and love. So, of course, I feel scared. Now your pipeline is back open because contentment number 7, you're like wrapping the lower vibe around that contentment, around that utter self acceptance. This is who I am. This is where I am. Of course, I feel scared. And of course, I still want to move forward because I want to feed myself well. I want dates. I want a lover. I want a family. Um, that's the beauty of like making peace with where you're at. I like to call it acceptance and self-acceptance. I think it makes it easier for me to swallow. Like, I accept that this is where I'm at. And I accept that I also need to move forward. So how do I move forward in the best way possible? Wow, dude, guys, your personal power this month is literally to feel whole and complete. I am whole and I am complete. I am whole and complete. And this is a feeling state, a vibrational thing. This does not mean for all of you who have mom wounds and trauma from childhood, which I had it too. So there's like, I'm there with you, you know, but it's a whole and complete does not mean you're 100% perfect on your own and you don't need anyone else. Whole and complete means you accept I'm a whole, complete person, a whole, complete individual, and I am worthy of love, and I am worthy of friendship and companionship. I, of course, am happy on my own. That doesn't mean you have to be isolated alone with no friends. That just means I know how to balance having a romantic relationship and having friendships. I know how to balance different types of friendships. I know how to have light touch relationships, and I know how to have the deeper, up close, everyday running buddy friends. Um, so it's a feeling state and it's an utter self-acceptance of, you know what, I'm not good at math. I'm not good at finances. But if you feel whole and complete and lovable, but I bring a lot of joy. I bring epic road trips to the table. I bring a lot of love. I bring making people their favorite meals on their favorite days. I bring driving them to work on days when they're really sad just so they feel loved when they go into work and they're moving through this. When you're like, then you're going to match with the person who's like maybe an accountant. I'm really good with numbers. I'm really good with responsibility. Man, I just need someone like, I don't know what to do on the weekends though. And then you come along, they meet you and you're like, I found these 3 hikes. I don't know which one to go on. They're like, I want to go on a hike. And it's like, man, I don't have the gas money to go. It's like, well, I have the gas money to go. Which one do you want to go on? That one looks fun. Because when you're whole and complete, it doesn't mean you're 100% self-sufficient. It means you accept yourself, what you're good at and what you're bad at, and you allow what you're bad at for that to be met from the universe, from other people, other things. So your personal power is to literally go like, I'm good enough for love. I am lovable. I am whole. I am complete. In terms of outside influences, this is a bit of a bummer card. Outside influences, there is just someone who wants to like bicker and fight in your life. And that means some people might be trying to guilt trip you. They might be like, how can you be enjoying that when this happened to so-and-so? Yeah. Do they need to know anything more about that? No, just know that that person's there to show you can end up like them if you don't start embracing, while I'm going through this sadness, this low vibe stuff, I also want to start feeling hopeful, inspired, and good about the future. You can either sink down with them, or you could go, whoa, I don't want to become like them. I don't want to become like them that just because they got laid off from their first job, they blame the economy the rest of their life for why they can't have a good life. I'm discovering the way of how I can make more money now and reinvent myself or rock a second career. I'm figuring out how to rock a second career. Like, so it's kind of like that person's there to be like you're going to be like, you can become them if you don't allow in the good vibes. Okay. So your hopes or fears this month. Well, it just kind of looks like you feel like good friendship and good companionship and kinship is like just out of reach, just not quite for someone like you. But that's why your personal power was to feel whole and complete. It's recognizing that some friends are supposed to be super close friends. Some are supposed to be medium touch friends. That's like the people that you maybe play sports with once a week. Then there's the light touch relationships. So you can have a relationship with like the clerk, with the receptionist. But that's light touch. Like next time you see them, like a couple weeks from now, a month from now, you're like, hey, listen, I know it's like a month late, but I just really wanted to bring you this card or these flowers because I know that you and your boyfriend are going through a breakup. Like, oh, you're back together? Oh, good. Then I guess these flowers are joyous ones. So you can still have like deep, light touch relationships. But for this to be coming up, it really means that there's people who are like in your inner circles. That probably means you interact with them on kind of a weekly basis. They're your weekly basis friend. They're not your best friend. So it's okay if you don't feel that 100% connection with them, 100% acceptance with them. Recognize that they're supposed to be close friends and that little thing that you think is missing, right? Well, right now you're probably viewing it more as like I don't feel accepted. I don't feel 100% included. Recognize that they're really close friends. They're not the kinship type friends. And it's, oh, this little ping in my heart is letting me know that I'm ready to be available for an available partner. I'm ready for that everyday companionship, that everyday accountability, that everyday hug, that everyday love, that I wouldn't think of planning something fun this weekend without even first seeing if you wanted to come. It's just, it's like recognize that. And that's what this card is about. Show me the vision. And they gave you the whole spiel in the beginning about day-to-day things that make you happy. It's that you're looking for those day-to-day things to make you happy, as well as like that person. Okay, in terms of your outcome for this month, despite all that, your outcome for the month is like the 9 of trees. So it's kind of like you're gonna make this complete peace with like at least the way I make money, or it's like you're gonna you're gonna find peace and satisfaction with your money. That's all I can say for your outcome for the month. It's gonna be like, okay, there's some rocky, tumultuous movement in these areas of my life. I really like that the financial aspect of my life is flowing fine. It is like good. It's like that's going to be your one kind of like silver lining that you're like that area is going well right now. All right, guys, I hope this reading helped. Don't forget, I go live Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, right here on YouTube. So come hang out. I call it High Vibe Mornings. I do free mini reads on it. It's tons of fun. There's a good little community growing in it. If you guys are ready for a quantum leap in life, for that quantum leap to be enjoying life, to be eagerly waking up out of bed, to feel good about yourself, to achieve something new that you've never experienced before, have that new manifestation that you've never manifested before. We start April 24th. It's an 8-week program. I'll put the link in the comment for that. Lots of love, guys. Have a good day.